Hey guys, Carlos here with Bearable Traders, and in this video, we're going to talk about can you make money following someone else when it comes to trading. So let's talk about that today in this video. So the big question is, can you make money following someone else? Can trading just be this simple, opposed to trying to learn everything yourself and go through the process of being self-sufficient? And what happens is, I think many traders, if not all, go through this crossroads at some point in their career where they feel like, why am I wasting my time trying to do my own thing? Let me just follow X, Y, and Z. Let me follow this person. I'm just going to go in the chat room and follow whatever Andrew does, whatever Brian does, whatever Thor does. And there is something about following someone in trading, like completely outright following, not having no thought process in your own trades, that it just doesn't work. You'll make some money at some point, but you just cannot do that consistently. I don't know what it is about it, and I'm saying it in that sense because I try to do the same thing too. And it just doesn't work, guys. If for some reason when it comes to trading, that just does not work. There's just so many different variables that you have to match up with that person to be able to follow them, to the T on every single trade that they do, right? So now there is a way to be able to hear a trader, see what they're doing. If they bring up an idea, if they bring up a trade they're looking to take in, and you can also pull up that chart and you can see, okay, does this make sense for me to take that trade? You can do your own analysis of that trade. And that's what happened with NIO today. And it happens a lot in our chat room with a lot of our members, right? Andrew and Brian are trading. They're calling out some ideas that they like. You pull up the chart, you see if you like it as well, and you join that trade, right? You're joining that trade. You're not just blindly following Brian, Andrew, or any other moderator, because that is not going to work long term. So that happened with Neil today. If you see Andrew's trade here, he got in for the 1 minute breakout, which again, Neil showing a lot of strength after being really beat down the last couple of days, weeks, really. And then you can see here the push, the nice set, the buying pressure coming in. He added here on the push back down. This was a great pullback to the BVAP, by the way. So great pullback, showing lots of strength, pushing back higher, and then he sold into strength into the previous day close, and just continuing to sell as it broke higher over to 1440 or so. So it's just an amazing trade. A lot of our members took that trade in the community, including myself. Here is NIO. Here's my trade. This thing pulled back nicely here. Unfortunately, on the first trade, I just didn't like the way the pullback happened here, right? So I had got out of this trade before it went any further. At a little bit less than, no, it was not a break even, a little bit less than break even. So we did take a loss there, and you could see how it dropped back down here, and then it pushed back above the VWAP. But here's the lesson here, and here's what makes this so great: is that, guys, how many times have we learned that you can quickly just get back into a trade, right? So for me, for my comfort risk management, I had to get out here at break even, or not a break even. That was at a loss. But that allowed me to kind of reassess the situation. I see that, okay, we're bouncing back here, we're pushing back up, we're hitting the highs of the day at that time, and we just get right back in. Commissions are very cheap, guys. So get out at break even, get out for a small loss, reassess the situation, the trade, and just get back in. I cannot tell you how many times I have gotten into trades like this, and instead of doing this, I'll hold. But instead of this outcome, what you get here is, a drop down to the 1350 or lower, and now you're losing X amount of dollars that you could have kind of saved here by just doing this and getting back in. So keep that in mind. Commissions are low. If something doesn't look good at that time, get back out, and when it looks better, you jump right back in with no hesitation, right? You have to have that confidence that you are going to get into the next winning trade by taking your setup. If your setup shows up, you take it no matter what. If it's not looking good, you just get out of it. I know it sounds simple, but it's not that easy. It takes a lot of practice. But the more and more you do that, the easier it's going to become. So I sold very aggressively as well. I got all out here too at the top because I looked over at the P&L, and it was covering the loss here, which was nice. So I said, you know what, we're sitting good right here. Let's take everything out, and there'll be other opportunities later today. And without expecting this, that was great. That was my final there, because look at this drop here, guys. So very happy with that final. Again, had no idea this was going to drop. I thought I was going to see NIO break even higher towards later levels at this time. Now, later in the day, we did have We did have another opportunity here on NIO, guys. Check this one out. So let's just zoom in here. And this was another one that was called out, I think by Andrew as well. Andrew was on fire today with NIO. He called it out for a possible double bottom. I didn't take it as such. So I'm just going to zoom in a little more here. But the double bottom was definitely a better, more firm confirmation if you were looking to take that trade. So this was the first trades we talked about just now, the one stop loss and then the breakout. And then over here, guys, it hits this 1307. And what I like about this level here, that is my low of the pre-market. So I was thinking this thing has sold off quite a bit already. There's got to be some kind of squeeze happening here. Didn't think it was going to do all of this. I don't think any of us did. But I got in here for a quick pop. We didn't get a quick pop. We got just a quick little bounce here, nothing major. I was looking for something more like this. And if I saw something that aggressive, I probably would have taken a partial. But it was just kind of hanging out here. I said, let's see what happens. And obviously a lot less shares because I'm not good at reversals, so I got to be careful when I take these. But a better entry would have been here at the double bottom. This is a great confirmation showing that it does want to hold this 1307. So many traders got in this one. I believe a few moderators as well. And then this thing just takes off, guys. So even though I did not take a lot of shares, this became the bigger winner just because the overall move. The move from here went all the way up to 1520. So just an incredible pop there on NIO. As these things continue to, Chinese companies are just taking a beating. As you can see here, NIO has not been doing well at all. But we saw a little bit of strength today, at least, around that mid-morning time frame. They're up right now slightly. So we'll see how they're going to end today. Again, this market, guys, has been incredibly interesting and really amazing for us day traders. We'll see how we end the week. So that is my recap for today. Hopefully you guys had an amazing day and we will see you again tomorrow. Do not forget, guys, we are live every morning building this watch list. So today we had a decent list. NIO, United Airlines, American Airlines, we had BABA, and we had Coop as well. This was the one that had earnings last night. And look at this run here. This was incredible. Very risky stocks. You have to be careful, but this thing ran from 65 all the way to 76. Whew. That is nice. And then we have Piton. Someone called it out in the chat room. I didn't originally have this one on deck, but someone in the chat room mentioned this was actually running, and you can see how great that is there. So, guys, if you haven't done so already, please hit that thumbs up. We appreciate it very, very much. And let me know in the comments what you traded, and also let me know about following someone. Have you tried to follow someone? Has it been successful? Is there a way you follow someone, and what is your strategy? We'd love to hear from you in the comments. I'll respond back to every comment on there. So take care, guys. Stay safe, and we'll see you tomorrow at 8 a.m.